Yo, what's up, you guys? How you doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This video we'll be talking about how you guys can achieve your very first car while in high school. So in this video, no, I'm not gonna be insulting nobody, like, with any kind of like background or anything. Yes, there are some kids, that have it really good. They have parents that have all the money in the whole world that can just sit there and buy them Mercedes, BMWs, like all brand new cars. But there's nothing wrong with that. But then there's people sort of like, us, who don't really have that, like with the parents that have all the money, We have to work for things ourselves. If you're that like rich kid or like that somewhat rich kid, high class kid, that has the parents buy you your car, it's okay. I don't mean to like put you down or anything, but like for people like us who like have to work for things, it can be a big struggle, and I sort of respect that person a little bit more than the kid who just has it like daddy's money, like stuff like that. Self-made is always more respectable in my head. But yeah, just listen, if you're that rich kid or like high class kid something, do not get offended with this video. If you don't want to watch it, just turn it off, go to the next video, and yeah, you have a wonderful day. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can buy your very first car while in high school. Yes, it's a struggle because, you literally wake up, you go to school for 7 to 8 hours a day, and then get a part-time job afterwards. It's not easy, and you're doing that, bro. I respect you so much. So yeah, you guys, basically what you got to do is, I know for these people who don't have it all the way there financially with their family, you guys don't really have the best of clothes, it's a struggle, because you see that high-end kid wearing those brand new Jordans, different shoes every single day, different clothes, and they wear like literally one shoe and then just never wear it again. And I know it can hit hard because you want that. So my mistake was in high school, I was working from 8th grade, till I graduated. My mistake was I didn't grow up with a lot, we grew up with like duct tape shoes and like the same clothes every single year. You'd be wearing like one pair of pants, one shirt, and they were not in good condition. They were faded, they had holes in them. My mistake was we used to live in a lower class area, and I didn't really know, like, I don't want to sound petty or like nothing like that. If my parents should watch this, I'm sorry about this, but like I didn't know how bad we had it. Okay, as soon as we moved out of like the lower class areas and we moved to like say middle class, somewhat high class area, I didn't know how bad I had it until I started going to school over there. But basically, I'd be seeing kids wearing like $600 pair of shoes. They'd wear them once, maybe like once a month, and then they'd have like all sorts of different kind of like crazy shoes and clothes and everything, and it was really getting to my head. And yeah, my mistake was I went out and I bought those expensive things with my part-time job that I had, so I never had any money. All my money was going towards clothes. In the long run, none of that stuff even matters. And for those like kids, that you see wearing those like expensive clothes and everything, don't try to impress them. Do not buy those expensive clothes. It's okay to treat yourself here and there, but don't be doing it all the time. 90% of the chance they're not even going to be there for you after high school, and they can't accept you for who you are and what you have. Just go find different friends. Money is power in the United States. It's unfortunate, it's the way it is. But in order to start making more money, what you gotta do is stop spending money on stupid things. Spending money on stupid things will really get you down. You gotta stop doing that. I know, like, it's hard because you just want to fit in, but don't be doing that every single weekend, every single paycheck. I see so many people who come from lower class incomes just spend a whole entire paycheck on clothes and all sorts of things they do not need. And then they complain, oh, I don't have a car. Oh, I don't have money. Then they're like, yo, let me get this. Yo, let me get a ride. Yo, let me get $1. It's like, no, bro. You spent your whole paycheck on shit you did not need. You gotta stop that. Do not do that no more. So basically, my dad was like, Chris, why are you buying all these expensive clothes? I said, because I never had anything nice. And, I wanted to fit in. He's like, these people will not be there for you later on. So what does it matter? He's like, it's time for you to grow up. It's time for you to save for a car. These clothes, they're temporary. These people, they're temporary. They're not worth your time. So what I did was I started to budget my money. It was the hardest thing ever. I started to budget my money. And it was in 10th grade I started saving. I got over the whole clothes stuff and I just started saving my money. What I would do is I would calculate every little penny that I spent, and I would work after schools with my friend's dad, and on the weekends I would do junk removal, Junk. That's right, I was tossing trash when I was in high school. But I do gotta say, I got pretty lucky because they would pick me up from my house in the junk truck, and we would start work after they picked me up. I did get pretty lucky with that, I'm not even gonna lie. But on my brother's case, what he did was he just started mowing lawns. He started buying things, fixing them up. He started selling them. And yeah, there's many different ways of doing it. I mean, let's be real. What would a woman rather have? A man that's smart with his money and actually has a car, or that dumbass who goes out and spends $300 on shit they don't need? Like, come on. What would a woman rather have? Would a woman want you to go pick her up in her house in the back of your mother's minivan? Do you think that would make her attracted to you? No. A woman loves it when a man's a hard-working guy. He can save money and has his own car. Then another thing, when you start saving your money, do not have high expectations. That was my problem as well. At first, I had very high expectations for what certain kind of car I wanted. My stupid self thought I could get a 370Z while I was in high school. Dude, I was making about $200 a week. I could not afford that. Then I dropped it down a little bit to a 350Z and a G35, and then at the time they were still about $5,000 to $8,000. I was getting obsessed, dude, how in the world am I ever gonna get this car? And I never did. So what I did was I started looking at lower prices, just normal people cars. And just don't have high expectations. It's okay. You will have your time and place and moments and stuff in life where you're gonna have that expensive cars. And I think it was 10th grade, at the end of the school year, I got my very first car. Basically what you want to do is, before you get that car, you want to have about, say, $1,000 more left over after buying that car, because there might be issues. You got to deal with taxes, getting your license, the license plates and stuff. You just gotta be aware of things. I had about $1,500 just from that one school year. Yeah, it's not really much. I was still struggling because I wanted things, but just learn from mistakes. Do not be doing that all the time. It's okay to do it sometimes, not all the time. So basically, my very first car was a Jaguar S-Type 2001. It was a V8, rear-wheel drive, but it was a British-made car, and that's another thing that's bad. When you're getting your first car, do not do German engineering or British engineering or Italian engineering cars. You want to stick to American cars or Japanese cars, because those other places, their parts are stupid expensive. In my Jaguar, I had no AC, no defrosters. The car had 220,000 miles. I didn't know nothing about cars at all. My dad and my uncle were like, you gotta get rid of this piece of junk. My uncle, they're like, yo, you gotta get rid of this piece of garbage. He's like, these cars are the worst, and the parts are stupid expensive. So yeah, no AC, no heat. My radiator was going out. I need new radiator fans, and the car ran complete garbage. And my uncle basically said, you gotta get rid of this thing before summer comes, because this car will overheat. And these engines are so weak. It had 220,000 miles on a Jaguar S-Type. Those are the worst cars known to man, just about. So what I did was, I sort of got into cars. This is where, my passion for cars came from right here. I started watching more car guys on YouTube, and I wanted to learn how to drive manual. So I sold the Jaguar. No, I traded the Jaguar for a Volkswagen Jetta. I made the mistake with the Volkswagen Jetta. I didn't know how to drive manual. And I had a manual car. I got rid of an automatic for something I did not know how to drive. It sat in my friend's garage for about a week. Then I had a friend who knew how to drive manual. Shout out to you, Simon. He drove it back to my house, and yeah, that's when I started learning how to drive manual, and it took me about a week because, I had no one really like showing me. Luca, you did not really know much about manual. You taught me the very basics, but both of us were stalling out and destroying that clutch, you gotta admit it. Once I learned manual in the Jetta, I was set. But that car was garbage, unreliable, or German engineering. It sounded like a ticking time bomb. You guys gotta learn how to work on your cars, because when it comes to us, we don't got daddy's money, Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't change the oil in that car. It sounded like a ticking time bomb. It literally had like 1.5 quarts of oil and it needed 5 quarts. After I changed the oil, it was still ticking, but it ran so much better. And I learned that parts are very expensive on that, so I said bye-bye. Sold it to my friend for dirt cheap, about like $400. Alex, you're a whore. Then I worked all summer of 11th grade in a warehouse with my brother, and I was unloading semi-trucks all day long, throwing about 25,000 boxes a day, all summer long. Pure misery, sucked. Then I bought my RSX, as you guys know, that I have currently. The RSX was the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. I never had any reliability issues. The gas mileage was great. Front wheel drive, really good handling type of car. Moral story is, do not buy stupid things that you don't need, and always work for anything that you want in life. No car, unless you're rich or higher end class, but like you don't got it like that. So no things can be handed to you for free. Yeah, moral story, work hard. Nothing's gonna come easy. You want something, work for it. Save your money, budget your money. You guys might be thinking like, how am I supposed to do this? It's impossible. No, it's not impossible. It just takes lots of time and effort. If you want it, work for it. Yes, it may be very difficult to do it while, the school semester is going on. But as soon as summer comes, you guys have to start grinding. Summer is the best time for you to get all of your money. That's when I got most of my money, was the summers. Yes, it was hard, but I did it. And I had lots of pride about it, I was like the only kid in that school that actually bought their own car. I hope I really helped you guys out, figuring some stuff out. I know it wasn't that much into detail, but if it really was, that would take me hours to explain. But yeah, I hope you guys, get some stuff in your head. Just remember, guys, keep budgeting your money. That's the most important thing. Keep budgeting and keep working. Because without a job, you have no money. Without budgeting, you have no money. So budget and working is basically all you need to get a car in high school. It's not like you guys have to pay all sorts of crazy bills and stuff like that. So when you get money, all that money just goes straight into your bank account, But I do appreciate you guys watching this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. If you guys have any more suggestions, for other people that are trying to get their first car while in high school. Okay, you guys, that would be it. I hope you guys have a wonderful, holiday with their family. You guys spend some quality time together, where family is very important. Without family, you would not be here right now. Family is the key to life. Alright guys, see you. Peace.